Imagine for a moment that your thoughts and emotions are not merely subjective experiences, but rather the building blocks of the world around you. Your consciousness is a powerful force that weaves the fabric of reality itself. Every thought you have, every intention you set, every emotion you feel spreads throughout the world, influencing collective consciousness and matter itself. The universe is not a collection of inert matter and energy, but a living, pulsating entity that responds to the deepest impulses of our minds. This is a world where the secrets of creation do not lie solely in the realm of the physical, but in the infinite expansion of consciousness. In this world, everything is connected, every thought, every feeling, every intention. The universe is not just vast space and time, but a canvas of infinite possibilities waiting to be shaped by our thoughts, emotions, and actions. From the smallest subatomic particles to the largest cosmic phenomena, everything is in a constant state of flux, responding to the subtlest changes in our mental and emotional states. This is the world of the mental universe, where the mind is not just an observer, but an active participant in the evolving experience of creation. Ancient philosophies and spiritual traditions recognized this interconnectedness of all things. The ancient Hermeticists and initiates have known this truth for centuries, formulating a system of knowledge and wisdom to explore its depths. They understood that the universe is not a collection of separate and isolated entities, but rather a holistic system where each part is intimately connected to the whole. The Hermetic philosophy teaches that the universe is of a mental nature. In other words, the entire cosmos is a product of the divine mind, the source of all creation. This means that everything we see and experience in the world is a product of our collective consciousness. The universe is not separate from us, but rather a reflection of our own minds. So what does it mean to say that everything is mind and that the universe is mental? It means that we are all part of an infinite consciousness that encompasses everything. When we talk about the mind, we're not referring to the rational and analytical part of our brains, but to the vast realm of consciousness, a higher level of awareness that transcends individual thought and extends to the totality of existence. This consciousness represents the whole, a creative force that encompasses everything, which some may refer to as God, the source, or creative consciousness. Every thought, every emotion, every sensation, every experience is ultimately a manifestation of this universal mind. When we say the universe is mental, we're acknowledging that the cosmos itself is a product of this consciousness. The entirety of creation, from the smallest grain of sand to the farthest galaxy, is the result of cosmic imagination, the divine will that gives birth to all things. The reality we experience is a product of our collective consciousness, and the universe is not just a physical entity, but also a mental one, shaped and created by our thoughts and perceptions. The impact of our thoughts lies in the energy we invest in them. They acquire meaning only through our active attention. As we immerse ourselves in specific thoughts, the emotions they evoke become tangible. This emotional shift guides us into a specific emotional realm, shaping our subsequent actions. For example, consistently surrendering to the notion of personal failure and giving it undue attention leads to a cascade of negative feelings, discouragement, insignificance, and despair. This repetitive commitment might even escalate to a state of depression. The physiological response to this mental state is notable: slumped posture, drooping shoulders, and an evident lack of self-confidence. Contrastingly, when we focus on empowering thoughts, they serve to strengthen our self-confidence. This boost in confidence then leads to a positive emotional attitude that is reflected even in our physical posture. Standing tall, radiating positivity, and emitting energy become evident manifestations of this elevated emotional state. But there's much more. Transforming frustration into delight, impatience into patience, animosity into affection, conflict into serenity, sadness into joy, and similar transformations are desirable attributes we aspire to achieve. However, despite our longing for positivity, we often let disturbances perturb us and struggle in vain with situations beyond our control. Interestingly, around 90% of our negative thoughts never materialize, yet we still allow ourselves to be swept away by these cascades of negativity. Each time we enter one of these negative thought cascades, we must become aware of them by observing them attentively and realizing that the negative situation or mental movie will never happen as such or is outright false. Using the principle of polarity, we can focus on the opposite pole to the negative thought we wish to dissolve, as mentioned in the Kybalion. To destroy an undesirable mental vibration, set in motion the principle of polarity and concentrate on the opposite pole you wish to suppress. Eliminate the undesirable by changing its polarity. Through this mental transmutation, we possess the ability to invert or expel these negative thoughts, replacing them by directing our attention toward different thoughts or external activities, such as immersing ourselves in nature or engaging in activities that uplift our mood. The philosophy of Hermeticism explores various aspects of mental transmutation. This concept encapsulates the idea of reshaping our thoughts to refine, cleanse, elevate, and ultimately improve both our mental landscape and life trajectory. Called mental transmutation, or at times mental alchemy, this process harnesses the potential of our cognitive ability to metamorphose ourselves and our circumstances, altering their form, appearance, or nature, often elevating them to a higher state.